Hello, everybody. I hope that you're all doing great today. I'm very happy to see you. It's another week where I'm streaming to you through a screen. I think this is the fourth week, if I'm correct. I thought that we could spend some time together reading aloud another musical story. You all are very good at this activity, and I'm excited to share a new one with you today. I'm aware that I may be a couple days late on this holiday, but I am recording this video now a few days after we celebrated Easter in the year of 2020. And it was definitely a different Easter, but I have a musical story to celebrate that. And I think throughout the year, the holiday that Easter brings, we should reminisce on it throughout the entire year. It involves thankfulness, being together, and thinking about Jesus Christ too, and his resurrection. So, without further ado, first off, let's remind each other of how a musical story really works. I'm going to read aloud a story with that Easter theme, and in each paragraph that I read aloud, embedded in each there are clues, specifically lyrics, that will make us hopefully think of the next song we will sing together as a group. These lyrics might be very easy to think of, and in that case, I will just read them aloud as normal words. However, if the lyrics are a little bit harder to interpret, I may sing along the melody with them, so it makes it easier for us to guess. What I'm looking for here is for anybody to blurt out the title of the song. It can be the whole group, it can be one person, but from my standpoint, I think we are very good at this activity. So let's give it another go. Thank you for being here and thank you for letting me into your space. We will continue. So this musical story is called A Lovely Easter with the Robinsons. Here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a family named the Robinsons. The Robinsons lived in the Comox Valley. It was a beautiful Easter Sunday morning. Later on, Mrs. and Mr. Robinson started to get themselves ready for a variety of community Easter events downtown. The big event would take place on the avenue, Fifth Avenue, to be precise. While getting ready, Mrs. Robinson put on her outfit, including her bonnet and all the frills upon it. She even decided to make a grand entrance down the staircase while Mr. Robinson watched. On seeing his beautiful wife, Mr. Robinson shouted, "Look at you! You'll be the grandest lady." "Well, yourself as well, darling," replied Mother Robinson. "You're up in clover." "Thank you," he replied. "I am truly rejoicing, though. I'm gonna be the proudest fellow in the Easter. In the Easter something. If we haven't guessed yet, I'm happy to give you another clue. This song is mostly known, made famous by the singer Judy Garland, and she was in a movie together with Fred Astaire that came out in 1948. And the title of the song I'm looking for today actually, coincidentally, is the same title of the movie. It's called In the Easter Parade. That's right. I don't think I've ever been to an Easter parade, but it sounds like a lovely time. In your Easter bonnet and all the thrills upon it, I'll be the proudest fellow at the Easter parade, and I'll be up in clover, and when they look you over, I'll be the proudest fellow at the Easter parade." Here we go, everyone. Down the avenue, Fifth Avenue. Well, the photographers, they'll snap us, and you'll find out you're in the rotograph. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and the prettiest lady at Easter parade. And in your Easter bonnet and all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady at the Easter parade. And I'll be up in clover, and when they look you over, I'll be the proudest fellow in the Easter parade. Big breath on the avenue, Fifth Avenue. Well, the photographers, they'll snap us, and you'll find out you're in the rotograph. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the prettiest lady at the Easter parade, at the Easter parade. Have any of you here been to an Easter parade? If you have, I would love to hear about it sometime. I think that would be a great story itself. All right, that was a really good job, everyone. I think we sound lovely. It's just a good day for music. Let's continue on with the story. Okay, so the Easter parade for Mr. and Mrs. Robinson was very well attended. They had such a fun time watching all the parade boats and colorful costumes go by, and they saw their neighbors there as well, especially upon seeing their old friends Mr. and Mrs. Collins across the street. Mr. Robinson shouted, "Every time we see you both outside our house, we all seem to travel the road while sharing a load. Nice to see you on this lovely Easter morning." Mr. and Mrs. Collins waved and smiled back at them. "You don't look ragged and funny today," Mr. Collins shouted back. "Come closer to us," shouted Mrs. Robinson. "As long as we're together, it really doesn't matter at all what we do." Mr. and Mrs. Collins quickly crossed the street and now stood next to Mr. and Mrs. Robinson. In a way now, they were sharing a load, da-da-da-da, side by side. I have a feeling that you all got that very quickly. This is another great song. I hope that you're having a good time together so far today, being side by side in this activity. I wish I was side by side with you too. I will be through a screen though. That's what I'm here for right now. All right, get ready to sing, everybody. Let's take a deep breath. Here we go. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're rugged and funny, but we travel alone, sharing a song, side by side. And we don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we travel the road, sharing a load, side by side. Good job! And through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, well, it really doesn't matter at all. And when they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song, side by side. That was a good job, everybody. Let's get our feet moving as well. Try some tapping with me. Here we go. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Move your feet. Maybe we're rugged and funny. That's right, but we're traveling along, singing a song, tapping our feet to the song. Good job! And through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, well, it really doesn't matter at all. And when they've all had their quarrels and parties, we'll be the same as we started, just chatting along, side, side by side. One more time, everyone. Side by side. Oh, that was lovely. A round of applause for everybody involved. That was great. All right, so let's continue on with the story here. Let me find my place. Okay, here we are. All of a sudden, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson's favorite song started playing during the Easter parade. It reminded them so much of when they were both young in love. They danced very often together in their youth, and today they couldn't help but tap their feet to this song, just like we were doing now for Side by Side. But this is a different song now, so let's turn our listening ears on and try to guess what it is. Mr. and Mrs. Collins noticed Mr. and Mrs. Robinson's excitement since they were tapping their feet and urged them to go dance in the parade. It seems like all you want is having the other, and do-do-do-do-do-do. You're right, Mr. Collins, said Mr. Robinson. I'd do anything for her, anything she'd want me to, and I think she wants me to dance in this parade. See you later, he said, as he and Mrs. Robinson got closer, dancing on the street. He whispered to Mrs. Robinson, the nicest part of any melody is when you're dancing close to me. All I want is having you and da-da-da-da-da-da. What's the words in da-da-da-da-da-da? All I want is having you and... what could that be? Give it a second here. Good work, everybody. If we haven't guessed yet, I'd like to share with you that the name of the song that we're about to sing next, that rolls with the story, is Music, Music, Music. And this song was made famous by a lady named Teresa Brewer. I myself don't know much about this singer, but she had quite a well-known voice, and she was instantly recognizable when she sang this song to the public. All right, here we go, everybody. If you like, tap your feet along to this song too. It's good to get those feet tapping when you can. Here we go. Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon, and all I want is having you and music, music, music. I'd do anything for you, anything you'd want me to, and all I want is kissing you and music, music, music. Closer, my dear, come closer. The nicest part of any melody is when you're dancing close to me. Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon, and all I want is kissing you and music, music, music. And all I want is having you and music, music, music. I realized just now that might be a little bit too fast to sing. There's a lot of words in this song. Let's slow it down just for a little bit here. Ready? Here we go. Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon, and all I want is having you and music, music, music. I'd do anything for you, anything you want me to, and all I want is kissing you and music, music, music. Here we go. Closer, my dear, come closer. The nicest part of any melody is when you're dancing close to me. Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon, and all I want is having you and music, music, music. And all I want is kissing you and music, music, music. And all I want is having you and music, music, music. Oh, well done, everybody. That was great. I really enjoy hearing you all sing together. It's a marvelous sound. Okay, let's continue. So in the story, we just finished the part where Mr. and Mrs. Robinson were dancing together in the street during the Easter parade, and they were dancing to the song Music, 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 Music. That's right, everyone. Good job. So let's continue. Mr. and Mrs. Robinson then, after this event, walked home together, both tired after having spent a great amount of time dancing at the parade. "I hate to repeat myself," said Mrs. Robinson, "but what a lovely day. Bright sunny days. The sun is shining. The trees are so green. Red roses too," said Mr. Robinson. "See, over there." Mrs. Robinson smiled and looked at the roses. "I often think to myself," said Mr. Robinson, "how nice it is to also see friends shaking hands, saying, 'How do you do?' I think instead they are saying, 'I love you,'" said Mrs. Robinson. Easter is another holiday that helps us to realize all the love and kindness in the world and our wonderful community. "You're right, darling," said Mr. Robinson. Even in just saying that to me now, love, I learnt so much more than I thought I already knew." They both thought to themselves, "What a wonderful..." I practically gave that away to you all. What a wonderful... Right, that's correct. What a wonderful world, made famous by the singer and trumpeter Louis Armstrong. I hope that it's a wonderful day for you all outside right now. And even if it's rainy, or if you happen to be listening to this when there's clouds outside, there's some beauty in that too, whatever the weather brings forward to us. We can be thankful for it. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, ready everybody? What a wonderful world. You sound all so nice. And I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, breathless days and the dark, sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." Well done. And I hear babies cry as I watch them grow. They will learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" Here we go. They're really saying, "I love you." And I hear babies cry as I watch them grow. They will learn much more than I will ever know. And I what a lovely song. What a wonderful song. It has wonderful in the title. It should be wonderful, and it is. Well, that's great, everyone. I'm very happy with how this musical story is going thus far. And that brings us to the last song in the musical story. We're kind of going through this very quickly. I like it. That evening, the Robinsons shared... Oh, hold on. I had to get my dog. My dog was chewing on a bone and it was quite loud. Sorry about that. All right. That evening, the Robinsons shared a wonderful Easter dinner, including a big old turkey, mashed potatoes, steamed carrots, gravy, and homemade cranberry sauce. While praying before digging in, both Mr. and Mrs. Robinson reflected on how lucky they felt to have a meal this divine in front of them, that they had each other to love and be merry with, all while having a roof over their heads. They also thought about the meaning of Easter and the sacrifice Jesus Christ made for all people. His resurrection, Luna, and his resurrection made all good things possible. Mr. and Mrs. Robinson sometimes felt him walk with them and talk with them, as well as he told them that they were their own. They often shared joy with him like no one has ever known. During this prayer, the reflections were so sweet, the birds hushed their singing. He gave Mr. and Mrs. Robinson a melody to sing before eating. Within their hearts it was ringing, and he... This is a really, really well-known hymn that actually I found out today. It was sung by Elvis Presley. He made one of the people that made this song famous. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me that I am his own. Do we know the answer? This is a little bit of a harder one. I thought I would put it at the end of the story. Walks with me. But the title of the song is In the... Not in the house, not in the garage, but in the garden. That's the right answer. I'm not sure if I stumped you with that. Let me know. Well, I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. Ready, everyone? And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling, and he bids me go through his voice of woe. Within my heart is ringing, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. And with that, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson settled down and ate their delicious dinner. A lovely and wonderful Easter it was indeed. And I have you all to thank you for that. You are all very smart at coming up with the titles for the songs that we sang together just now. And going with the theme of this musical story today, Easter. I know that we may be a couple days past this amazing holiday, but I just wanted to bring forth that I am thankful for this holiday. I am thankful for the message it brings, and we should be thankful for that throughout the entire year. It shouldn't be celebrated just for one day. And I hope that you had a delicious dinner as well at the Views. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Excellent job today. And I will be seeing you soon next week. Take care. Bye bye.